Okay, so I got cut off just at the end of the last video. We were just going to talk about Seifim. We talked about the Siman being the chapter, um, or the number of the chapter is the Siman, in this case, Kufnun 150. Each chapter is divided into specific halachot called Seifim. So, for example, in chapter 150, we have Seif Aleph, Seif Bet, Seif Gimel, Seif Daled. Saif, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, and Daled. All of these are the Seifim. Each one individually is a Saif. If I was going to, guess again, categorize it and using an English word to describe it, it would be like Law 1, Law 2, Law 3. Saif is kind of like an individual law within a chapter. For any of you budding lawyers out there, so this is really how law books, any code of law, kind of operates. I'm taking some classes in psychology and counseling in the evenings, so also there are laws governing the psychology, the practice of psychology in the state of Ohio. And so, for example, you have a topic, right? You have a chapter, a siman, and then it's divided into specific points and then subpoints, right? That's kind of how we have it over here. We've got chapter 150, and we have all these specific laws: Law 1, Law 2, Law 3, and Law 4. Within this specific chapter. Okay, I wanted to point that out. You also have within the page, you have little letters in brackets, right? For example, over here, this hey, right? This vav. I'm looking at these bold ones. There's other ones as well, but the bold regular letters that are bracketed off, these are called saif katan. Each one of these is a saif katan. And what I like to refer to them as, they're like hyperlinks. Because as soon as you see one, almost as if like you kind of double clicked on a page, if you're on the on the internet, and you click on a page, so it shoots you somewhere else. So too here. This little hay over here corresponds to one of the little hays down here in the Mishnah Brura. The Mishnah Brura is the one additional achron, I guess you would call them, commentary on the Shulchan Aruch that we're going to deal with sometimes. The Mishnah Brura was Rav Yisrael Meir HaKagan. Rav Yisrael Meir Kagan, otherwise known as the Chafetz Chaim. He wrote all the books on Lashon Hara as well. And he basically, lived in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and wrote a running commentary on the very first book of the Shulchan Aruch on Orach Chaim, and gives a lot of, kind of summarizes a lot of the achronim, that came before him, and gives us a lot more, some more practical examples that are more relevant to kind of our time period over here. So again, we've got Siman being the chapter, a Saif being the individual laws, and then the little Saif Katan, the little Saifim, which I'm referring to as like the hyperlinks that kind of tell you that, hey, the Mishnah Brura wants to tell you something over here. Okay, so in addition to that, again, I think I asked you to label where the Shulchan Aruch and the Ramah is, and I think you have that already over here. The Shulchan Aruch is in the bold, the Ramah is in the non-bold, and the Mishnah Brura comes down on the bottom of this page. The Mishnah Brura also wrote the Be'er Halacha, where he goes even more in depth in terms of some of his ideas. But in terms of the Mishnah Brura, I just want you to kind of know where he is, that he's hyperlinked with these Seifim Ketanim, and it's also organized kind of neatly underneath where the Shulchan Aruch and the Ramah is. Okay? I think the last thing I asked you to do on your sheet over here is just to define Siman, Saif, and Seif Katan using kind of these words that we've just described over here. After you finish both these sheets, hand it in. What I'd like you to do for the rest of the time, if there is any time left, is just to either by yourself or with a chavruta in the room to continue on with the Shulchan Aruch that we were learning, earlier this morning in Hilchot Sukkah. You can continue with that with the word sheet right now. I think, that's it for now. All the best, guys. Keep it going. Keep it real.